want to talk about mail processing and getting started. What happens in Boston on April 20th, April 19th? Evacuate, there you go, marathon. Do you think the marathoners just go out one day and say, I'm going to run 26.2 miles? No. It's about training. It's about learning a new skill set, and it's about supporting yourself with what you need, from having a coach, to practicing different ways of running, to having psychology behind it, to understanding what your goals are. I think of organizing very much like being an athlete. We may not be perfect at it in the beginning, but we're building a new skill set. We're trying on different ways of doing things. The first thing that's critical for us to do is create a positive mindset, because the negative self-talk, while may have been our habit, isn't going to help us in this particular situation. Set yourself a timer. 10 minutes. I'm only going to do it for 10 minutes. I can do anything for 10 minutes. And really track that 10 minutes. Use the timer on your microwave or your watch or your PDA, whatever you want, but keep it to a really short session so you know that you can wash your hand of the chore and be done with it. Have a clear vision and state it out loud, or write it down if that's something that you like to do better. I will open every piece of mail today and make a decision. If it still doesn't sound like fun, maybe think of it like a treasure hunt. Every time you go to your mailbox or your P.O. box, think about the one fun thing that you might get out of there. And that fun thing might be a flyer from your local Stop and Shop with a whole bunch of things on sale that you know you don't need to keep, and it'll be easy for you to let go. That's okay too. But put some parameters around it that maybe could make that chore, which could be a little bit harder, a little bit more fun. Remember what's in it for you. Because that end result of, I'm not going to be stressed out, I'm not going to miss an appointment, I'm not going to lose a check, that's going to be your motivation. Okay. I want to talk about what I like to term the 5 Ds to succeed. And again, please forgive my writing, that's why I typed everything. I try never to write anything. My clients know it's all about the email with me. There we go. So, 5 Ds to succeed. Determining. Where are you going to process your mail? Office? Kitchen? Mudroom? Maybe you pull into your driveway, grab your mail out of your mailbox, and you process it in your garage. There's no right or wrong answer. But knowing where you process it and committing to that same spot all the time is critical in managing your mail in a controlled and organized fashion. Do you have the right tools? A shredder? Trash? Mail opener? And a place to hold/contain things that you're not quite ready to deal with. Your bills to pay, your questions to ask, things to send out, to respond to. We need a temporary holding space for that. Some sort of container, and that container can be up to you. Do you like to see things? Should we be using a clear container? Or are you really overstimulated by seeing all of that paper and bills? In that case, does that need to be in a contained environment? Does it need to be tucked away in a drawer? Does it need to be in a cabinet? One caveat, if you tuck it away, you have to schedule yourself an appointment to remind yourself to go back and do it. You have to be able to find it. Which links right back to that calendar. Everybody carries a calendar, whether it's a PDA, whether it's a paper calendar, link it back. Every Thursday, you do your mail processing. Where did you put it? I always put it in the cabinet under the sink. I always put it on the hanging file on the door. When you consistently use the same system, you're going to build muscle memory. And I like to get creative about it. I like putting little chocolate kisses or M&Ms or whatever it is that's a treat for you. Put it in that spot so every time you go and you dump the mail, you get a little treat from it. I like chocolate. Works for me. You can determine what works for you. Doing it daily. Unfortunately, we get 6 days a week of mail. Sunday, we all get off. But whether you decide to open and process your mail, open it up, take out the junk, look at the meat and potatoes, put it in your holding box, or whether you just gather the mail and all the paper and put it in your holding box, you need to be doing that daily because it's coming to you daily. If you don't get any mail one day, if you go all electronic, we have a different discussion to be had. But when you are getting paper mail daily, you need to put it either in your holding box or physically open it up and make decisions and process it. Deciding to decide. Another one of, if anybody knows Julie Morgenstern's, another one of her strategies. Clutter is postponed decisions. Anybody ever heard that? Those who work with me know that. Every time you defer something, it's going to take you twice as long to process it. If you're not really sure if you're deferring decisions, get a red pen or a marker or a green pen or whatever you want. Put a little dot in the corner every time you touch a piece of paper and don't do something with it. That will tell you how many times you're deferring the decision. If you're deferring 3 and 4 and 5 times, you're tripling, quadrupling the amount of work you have to do with that paper. Dump the junk. I got some giggles over that one, but it's true. Credit card offers and things that come in the mail, all that stuff, that's taking your time. That's taking your space. Everybody knows what real estate goes for. It's not inexpensive. Why give your real estate over to all of this paper and junk mail? Let's get rid of it. So when you're at your processing station, you're either shredding those credit card offers or getting rid of the flyers which have no personal information. Now, if you say to me, MJ, I'm dying to lower the interest rate on my credit card, different story. That becomes a project where we're collecting all those credit card offers because we're going to take action on it. But if that's not one of your goals, we just have a bunch of useless paper. Now, one of the things I added to your sheet was an organization to get off those credit card pre-screened offers, optoutprescreen.com. There's also an organization that I forgot to put down called catalogchoice.org. You can make a note of that or you can email me and I can send you the link. But both of those organizations help reduce the junk mail that's incoming.
Question, do you find them more effective than the Direct Marketing Association's website?
I find that marketers get paid to do their job well. And when you get off of these, there's going to be another way for them to figure out how to capture your information again. So I find that every 6 months to a year, you have to sort of refresh that. So DMA, Catalog Choice, Opt-out, all of them are valuable resources, but marketers are smart, and they're going to figure out how to get your information again and get into your home.
What was the name of the organization?
Catalogchoice.org. And then DMA.org as well, Direct Marketing Association.
Right.
The less you have, the less you have to do. Law of nature. Last one, number 5, dedication. Like that athlete, consistency. We have to continue doing the work on a daily basis, dedicated to the space that we've determined we're going to do the work in, and recognize that it's going to take time. Perfectionism, one of the biggest downfalls to organizing. It's not about being perfect, it's about making some progress little by little.